Hi everyone! As many of you know, Season 3 of Fable SMP started a little bit ago, and I wanted to make a Season 2 summary video just like I did for Season 1. So here it is, Fable SMP Season 2 in under 40 minutes! This one is a little bit longer because I really wanted to make sure I didn't leave anything out, and you guys would also get a cohesive summary of as many arcs as possible. So sit down, relax, get some snacks, and strap in, because we got a lot to cover. Let's do this. Well, here we are again, Fable SMP, and everything is totally the same. Except not. This new world was almost completely empty, except for, you know, the massive tree, and is that Town Hall? Slowly, the characters began to spawn in with no memory of Season 1.
Hi. Do you know what's going on?
No. Do I know you?
Do I know you?
Well, except for one person, Mambu.
Okay, it happened again. Okay. Yep, okay.
But there were also some new faces, like Ben, Oshi, and Chaos, who just fell from the sky.
Oh, hey, we got this. Hi, I'm Chaos. How are you?
With no one remembering each other, everyone began to split up. Sherbert found a chicken. Yes, that chicken. And Ray found someone in a cave.
Hi, I'm Ray.
I'm Axe.
And something else there too. Something familiar.
Oh. There's something in here. How could I forget?
But right as Ray remembered, Mambu went down a secret tunnel in the tree, hit her head, and made herself forget. Meanwhile, somehow, by being pulled out of the explosion, Centros and Endirian, the goddess of the mine, remembered.
I'll join
Do
you
you know
all
what
in
he's
hell.
talking about? What?
What?
Bye.
What?
Where am I? I did it like you asked.
You did set off that explosion, but it appears that they are not dead. I feared this would happen, and I must admit, I don't think it's the first time.
Confused, Endirian told him to go spy and gather intel on what had happened, and gave him a mirror. A mirror with Perix, the goddess of illusion's soul inside of it. So he went down and convinced an Athena with no memories that he was their uncle. And that didn't exactly go over well with the newly remembered Ray. But slowly, people started finding things from before and remembering. Everyone started meeting each other, building up their houses. Ray met Oshi, who remembered. Somehow. She remembered being the ocean and that Mambu was her sister, which isn't exactly what you expect when you meet someone for the first time, but things were starting to piece together. Something had happened that triggered what's called a reset, and everyone was back where they started. After a trip to the Nether, Centros and Athena found Galahad, a Nether knight who'd been wandering the Nether wilderness, and brought him to the overworld. Centros adventured out even further and found his childhood estate, and remembered all of his trauma. And he made a deal with Chaos, saying that if he ever went back to his old ways, Chaos would kill him. Sherbert, similar to before, started making potions and didn't believe in the end. Or the Nether? But that was quickly disproven. Ray met Ghosty, or Caspian again, who pushed him away, confused and not remembering him. And despite him pushing him away, he proceeded to build his house right next to Ray's, and after a few more interactions, he remembered.
I remember. I'm sorry. Ray, love you. I love you. I remember.
Seven and Will were also back. Seven being back to his original robot ways, and Will quickly adventuring away from Spawn. Now, if we wanted to figure out how we got here, we needed to find Endirian and the stronghold. So for once, Ray and Centros agreed to work together. Centros took Ray to his parents' estate and began his redemption arc. Jamie and Athena also opened a bakery at Spawn, and Mambu, repeating history, constructed a safety bunker in her house. Jamie found it and remembered, but not everything. only some of the bad things. Sherbert and Eason also started planning a prank gang, which surely couldn't go wrong. Chaos also went and burned down a birch forest. I'm sure that's fine. Anyways, libraries. Those existed last time. So several of the characters ventured out and they found some, including one in this huge water temple. It talked about these people called the Telkins, who were basically a bunch of fish people who did some not so great or ethical testing. Oshi said she remembered some of the gods who were worshipped there, including Virago, the god of the depths, but we'll get back to that. Let's have a sleepover and get everyone together! And it was actually a really good time. Everyone who hadn't gotten to meet met, and we played some games, and everything was fine. Well, except for the prank that Sherbert and Easton decided to play on Jamie.
Probably got taken down because there's just so many announcements and stuff.
Oh, dang!
Yeah, no, we could do like a
Wait, we
midnight
probably
snack
don't
run.
actually wait. Someone hit me.
Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you?
I'm smart.
I see.
This is like a super.
Which just triggered some more of those not so great memories. So Jamie grabbed Athena and ran with no plan to return. Eventually, the partygoers realized something was wrong and started sending out search parties for them. But hey, Will and Lucinari remembered together, and Easton too. And since it seemed like more questions were coming up than answers, Ray, Caspian, and Centros decided to venture to the stronghold.
Down we go. This way. Let's try this way. Oh. Okay. Well.
They found the portal and tried to summon Endirion, but something went wrong. Ray was mentally transported to Endirion, in a place that we'll come to learn is called Purgatory, where it is revealed Fable's been trapped. Ray witnesses Fable confronting Endirion about locking him there, stabbing her, and revealing that Ray is her son.
You don't want to do this. If I die, you can't escape from here.
You ripped me from my realm, and now yours will fall because you were too blind to see your son before it was too late.
I don't have a child.
And I thought you were supposed to be the smart one. All the pieces of the puzzle right in front of you, and you never put them together. This boy you felt so connected to. Such a convenient age considering everything that happened with your orchid. What a perfect vessel he would have made.
He's my son.
A shame you'll never get to tell him. But don't worry, I raised him well.
With the new information, Centros agreed to still travel to the end, but possibly be trapped, leaving Ray and Caspian with the mirror called Perix. Almost immediately after, Sherbert is pulled into Purgatory by Fable, saying that he is their dad and that he has been trying to get to them for years.
My child, it's been so long since I've been able to talk to you.
Who are you?
My name is Fable. I'm your dad.
He says that it's possible to get him out by following his instructions, but of course before he can tell them more, Sherbert wakes up. That morning, Sherbert and Ray, now cousins, run to each other and decide to start making a building to hold all of the books they've researched, and call it the Archives. Meanwhile, their other cousin, Athena, is still living far away with Jamie, where they accidentally prick themselves with a wither arrow while working on research on their mother, Sol, the goddess of souls, who is cursed to be the wither. Athena's health starts to decline as they're inflicted with wither sickness. But the search parties are picking up. While looking one day, Sherbert and Ray run into a weird, glitched house, which at this point is pretty normal for Sherbert, as there's already been over 40 whack glitches to their house since they woke up. But eventually, after running into Lunarius, Ray is given a compass by him that leads to Athena and Jamie's location. A team goes out to find them and partially succeeds in bringing them back. Jamie runs off again and finds a weird shrine.
What is this?
I'm sure that's fine. And Athena tells them about wither sickness, and the search for a cure begins. While working at the archives that hold all the books and artifacts, like the Perix mirror, Ray starts seeing things.
Athena? Athena? Wait, what? Are you okay?
Yeah. Look what I made.
But hey, we figured out how to make elytras, so now everyone has wings, and they're just really cool. Okay, let's take a second to check back in with everyone. Jamie finally remembers everything and is back at spawn. Oshi and Chaos are co-kings of their town called Seaside and are platonic partners. Ray and Ghosty are also poly now and dating Axe, and they all live together. Yippee! Sherbert's house is changing a lot, and some weird letters keep showing up. We found and repaired Seven, who'd wandered off, and Centros is just having a horrible time in the end. But at least Lucinare gave him a dog. Her name is Hope. Also, Luce is Illyrion. Wait, Luce is Illyrion? Like, God of Space and the Aether Illyrion? That Illyrion? Yeah, apparently that Illyrion. And the Perix mirror is missing. And,
Get this out. Just... What?
yeah, that's a weird skulk pit. Okay, so Athena's still dying, and just about nothing is working. Despite Athena's whole Wither Rose garden and Sherbert's many attempts at a cure, but Illyrion just rolls up and plants a nether star in the ground. Sure, that's gonna work. That's a flower. So we threw that in a potion, and finally we had a cure. I guess... go for it.
Here goes nothing?
Whoa. But when Sherbert brings up building an arena to help Athena get back to their strength, they have a fight about some not great memories from season 1. Upset and confused, Sherbert runs away. I think it's time for a beach episode! Nothing ever goes wrong at big parties! And it's actually pretty okay for a while, except for a couple of spottings of an illusion of corrupt Sherbert in the corner of your eye, but hey, not too bad! Right as everyone's getting ready to head out, Mambu sees her kids, gesturing for her to follow them. So she does, and it takes her to the mirror.
So, Easton? Jamie, what are you doing down there? What? Perix?
She grabs it and takes it home. Meanwhile, Ray found Sherbert. They left a trail of weird, whack glitches when they left. He tries to convince Sherbert to come back, but Sherbert refuses. He starts to fly home and... yeah, Ray isn't feeling too great, and apparently, you know, that pit of skulk he fell into? Not too great for your health. Ray tells his partners, and that he thinks it's the skulk in the mirror causing it, and Axe admits that he's the one who stole the mirror, to keep it away from Ray. They hid it under the house for the while, and then ditched it at the beach party. They go back to find it, and...
Well, it's not where I put it. Like, you know, I could be wrong, I could have found a different place to put it.
Wonder where that went. Yeah, Mamba wasn't doing great with it either.
I mean, she's never gonna remember who I am, so maybe it's just I forget about her too.
I'm so sorry. Maybe it's for the best.
With no answers on how to deal with the skulk, they turn to the end for answers, and also maybe to find Centros. Ray finds him, and...
Can't do it anymore, Luce. Thought maybe I could...
Centros.
Ray?
Why are you out there? Please come back over here.
I don't exactly have the ability to.
Then I'll come over there. I'll come over there.
Eventually, he agrees to come home. Back home, Sherbert's runaway house has been glitching like no one's business, and building something? Wait, is that Haley's grave?
Hello?
Wait. I
remember.
After finally finally remembering, Sherbert flies home, rushes to find Ray, and gets caught up. Ray tells Sherbert that Centros is back from the end, and Sherbert, who just remembered the events at the end of Season 1, isn't too happy about it. Centros comes to see Sherbert, and Sherbert locks him in a prison under their house. And, I guess it's like you always said. Once a villain, always a villain. When Ray comes to check on Sherbert and ask if they've seen Centros, Sherbert lies and starts going back down a not-so-great path. Meanwhile, several areas around Spawn have been destroyed, including Ray's Arctic Fox pen and Chaos's shop. So, we call a town hall and set up a neighborhood watch system to find the culprit. After not too long, a massive monster was spotted, which we'll come to call the Warden. Not knowing what the monster was or how to stop it, we turned to the end for answers again. Ray, Jamie, and Will went through the portal and found a piece of the Aether Temple? That's pretty cool. And a cave with an egg in it.
It's alive.
What do you mean it's alive? What is it?
I think it's an egg.
You have horns?
What?
When
did you get horns?
So Jamie takes the egg back home, and after a significant amount of failed planning,
I really like you. Like, in a more than a friend way.
I really like you too, Jamie.
Really?
In a more than a friend way.
They're gay now! They're gay now! Ray is still very sick and asks Sherbert to see if they can reverse engineer a cure from the skulk, but it actually just makes it worse. The town goes out looking for libraries again, and Ray, Jamie, and Ven find one. Inside there's a book on the War of the Realms, which Ven remembers and was around for? Apparently, Ven used to work for Fable during the war to recruit people, and also had a fiance named Fengari, who is dead now. Anyways, Mambu's having an even worse time with the mirror, so it's raining again. Yay! After a failed intervention, she runs away and drops the mirror at Will's lighthouse. Centros is also still in prison under Sherbert's house. One day, he woke up to find his cell walls made of wool, changed by whatever entity is messing with Sherbert, along with a note. But feeling like he deserves to be there, he chooses to stay. Sherbert's just been taking out their anger on him, and after almost killing Centros, Sherbert realizes what they're doing, lets him go, and tells Athena and Ray.
Stop it! Stop it!
Sure, you did it.
Stop it!
And I'm here for you.
Stop it!
I almost killed you too. I think it's time for another party! Halloween edition! And it's also actually a pretty good time. Right up until the end, where Ray transforms into the monster that we've been seeing all around the server.
Sorry, I just need a second.
Maybe don't stand there! Holy crap! Okay, run!
After attacking Caspian and everyone fleeing, Ray wakes up with a skulk antler on his head. He realizes what he's done and decides to run away for the safety of everyone. He finds shelter in Morningstar Castle, an abandoned kingdom belonging to Ray's other mom, Orchid. There, Ray finds a portrait of his mom and drawings that seem to be done by Ray's older mystery sibling. While living out there, Ray locks himself in an obsidian cage at night, as the monster only comes when he's sleeping. One day while exploring, Ray finds and brings home a black wolf. After finding another library, Ray reads out a name and...
Till next we meet, my dearest Vidkesh.
it long?
How did you get in here?
What's wrong? What's there?
Yeah, turns out that dog wasn't a dog at all. Not remembering his name, they agree to call him Wolf. Meanwhile, back at Spawn, Fable is appearing to more people in dreams. He finally gives the first instruction, to rebuild the Aether portal not too far from Spawn. Even more stuff is changing around Sherbert's house, including something spelling out a name.
What? Did my book glitch? Quixis. Quixis? I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what that means. Is that like... you?
Sherbert decides to set up a question wall in their backyard to ask this Quixis questions about why they're changing things. Will's house is skulked up. I wonder why. And he's also not having a great time and seeing illusions. Caspian and Axe aren't doing too well with Ray having run off, and they want to check on him but don't want to intrude. So Centros goes instead. He goes to meet Ray and... No, it's not time for that bit yet. But they start doing science on the monster and discover that it's blind and has a crazy sense of hearing. Also, it hurts!
Nope, there it is. Okay, so...
Meanwhile, Sherbert's trying to figure out how to bring Haley back, so they go to ask Caspian because, hey, that guy tried to bring someone back. But it doesn't really go anywhere, so back to being sad. Caspian and Axe are really missing Ray, so they try to communicate over their communicators, which led to a really angsty fan song.
So wait, though I miss you, and I'll wait as long as it takes.
Back at the castle, though, Ray, Centros, and Wolf do a lot more science and are actually getting a pretty good handle on this thing. They figure out that it can't hear you walking on wool and typically stays on one target. And still hurts. They design a cell that can contain it and decide that it's safe to come home.
Sometimes you just have to mess with some rocks, and it keeps you from being too...
Hi.
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 Now everyone gets to meet this wolf guy. Alright, let's check in on everyone again. Sherbert's got some funky ciphers from this Quixis fellow. Oshie's coping about her past partners. Athena is learning to control their destruction powers. Chaos is still being a bit of a cryptid. Jamie's egg is hatching. Wait, Jamie's egg is hatching? Is that a dragon?
Okay, I'm coming.
There's a dragon in here. What's your name? E.G. Nice to meet you, E.G. You're a dragon.
So yeah, Jamie has a dragon now. Ray finally talks to Ven, who tells him all that he knows about the Great War of the Realms. But here's about all you need to know. A long time ago, there were 4 realms. The overworld, led by Fable, the god of creation. The Nether, led by Netherim, the god of destruction. The End, led by Endirion, the goddess of the mind. And the Aether, or realm of the dead, led by Illyrion, the god of space. One day, Netherim and Endirion attacked Illyrion, and the Aether fell. Fable saw this, and the war began. Many of the minor gods were killed in this war, but it ended in a stalemate when Endirion locked Fable in purgatory. Ven explains that they worked for Fable recruiting people and met their fiancé at that time, Fengari. They also talk about how bad and evil the Nether was during the war, which is a great thing to say when you have the literal Prince of Nether in your town. Anyways, with Ray back, Sherbert decides to test out some more potions and asks Easton to help. After shoving an ender pearl in a brewing stand.
What's wrong?
This doesn't look right. Oh no. Okay, back up. It can't hear me if I don't move. Easton, don't move!
What is that?
It's kind of Ray! No, stop! Crap! During this, Ray passes out, transforms into the warden, and attacks, and also blinds Easton. Now, with their eyes damaged and covered by skulk, Ray tries to heal them, but ultimately it doesn't work. Easton locks themselves in their house, refusing to see anyone. But hey, Oshi and Jamie found Mambu! They convince her to come back to San, and it finally stops raining! Oshi's also been talking to Lenarius, who she's still mad at for killing his brother Virago, the god of the depths. Also, Jamie and Athena move out of the Banner Fam house, and it's really cute. Meanwhile, Ven is being really sus and spying on Will, who just got a note from Illyrion telling him to go somewhere. Anyways, Centros starts seeing that Ven is sus and confronts him. Or, more accurately, threatens him. He flies away dramatically and crash lands on Sherbert's doorstep because, get this, he has a skulk injury. Sherbert finds him, brings him inside, and builds him a little room to get better in. The next day, Ray comes by to check on Sherbert and finds Centros hurt under Sherbert's house in a little room. It doesn't look too great. But after a little bit of confusion and explaining, everything gets worked out, and they realize that Centros is going to need surgery. So they prep up a proper medical area to get all of the skulk off of him. Hey, remember that note that Illyrion gave Will? He's going to go follow it, but not before he sees some really bad illusions from his pages talking to him. So he heads into the Nether, and let's put a pin in that for now. It's party time! It's the holiday season. So we have another party. And again, it actually goes really well. At the end of the night, Illyrion shows up with this weird glowy book and says that everyone gets to ask a question. Some people get really cryptic answers, like,
what was my fiance's last name?
oh. And
why did you send me to purgatory?
some people get actual answers, like Oshi finding out that Jerry, one of her partners, is somewhere north, and Ray finding out that he needs the mirror to stop the warden. But most people just get angst like this. Is it possible to bring people back to life? After that, people start to head home, and Ven decides to go check out Will's lighthouse, which is now covered in skulk. After exploring for a sec, Ven sees an illusion of his past fiancé, and instead of running or fighting it, he makes a deal with Perix.
Yes, please. Yes. You asshole, bring him back.
Interesting. It's been a long time since someone has begged for my gifts.
I'll put your stupid mirror wherever you want.
Oh?
The sculpt spreads where the mirror is placed, right? Give me only positive illusions, and I'll put it wherever you want.
An interesting offer.
At the same time, Ray starts searching for the mirror. A group heads over to Will's lighthouse, and you know, it's covered in skulk. And they don't find it. But something in the basement starts to trigger Ray to turn into the warden. They start to run from him, but in a panic, Ray creates a bedrock bubble around himself.
Yeah. It's... what?
I don't think this is going to...
What? No, what? You just got put into a bedrock bubble. You expect me to just...
I need you to go.
Well, that's new. Maybe we should figure out what that was. So they go to the end to figure out what that was. They discovered that whatever power Ray got from Endirion allows him to create pocket dimensions. Neat! They also find another library in the end, which is filled with trauma. Specifically, they find a book detailing all of the people and soldiers that Centros has killed in the end. Yeah, let's go back to Spawn. And hey, there's this creeper dude named Jerry, who's one of Oshi's partners. Though he doesn't remember. But hey, Centros and Wolf are gay now, and it's really good. Meanwhile, Ven is being even more sus with these constant illusions of his fiancé, and people are starting to catch on, especially Centros. So he goes to try and talk to Ven again, but Ven is even more sus. So he hires Chaos to spy on Ven. Oshi, being Ven's best friend, then goes and yells at Centros. There's a lot of yelling here. Anyways, remember Ray's mystery sibling? Well, Fable pulls Ray and Sherbert into purgatory and tells them that they're brothers! Or half-brothers. Turns out Fable and Endirion both were in love with and had a child with Orchid, so half-brothers. Sherbert and Ray both wake up and go find Athena to go tell them the news. The three of them then go and fix up the Aether Portal, which is officially a step completed to get Fable out of purgatory. Also, we finally got the Skulk injury off of Caspian. Yay! They try to take it off Easton too, but it doesn't work, and they remain blind. Everyone's also been trying to figure out more about the Warden, and update, it can talk now. What?
Get her out. Get her out.
Get who out? Yeah, that's normal and fine. Hey, remember when Will went to go follow that compass that Illyrion gave him? Well, he found something. It was a big old piece of the Aether Portal in the Nether, and Illyrion's here to tell Will that he's his dad. Dad acquired. Meanwhile, Oshi, Axe, and Ray found another one of those weird Telkin temples, and there was a man there?
Don't.
No,
Okay. You are what they stole from me. Run. Run.
X.
Run.
X. Cool.
Okay, update, the man is scary. Well, hey, at least Chaos found their hometown, and also found out that they're dead, or were dead, and still are dead, but they're here. So, hey, they've been spying on Ven, and eventually Ven caught them. Ven confronts them, and Chaos says that Centros had hired them. So, Ven then hires Chaos to, quote,
either make him no longer have the information, or just remove him from the equation completely.
I'm sure that's fine. So, Chaos messages Centros to meet them, and...
I'm actually planning your murder.
What? Chaos, what is this?
No, so you don't understand. You, fulfilled your end of the contract. Come on, fight me,
Chaos.
will you?
No, I don't want to fight you.
Fight me!
Why? What did I didn't hurt anyone. I don't want to. Chaos?
Yeah, Centros kills Chaos in self-defense. In a panic, he flies to Ray and tries to explain, and the two of them cope as best they can. Anyways, hey, the portal's fixed. Now we just have to reroute it. And to do that, we're gonna need something from Purgatory. Luckily, Ray's been transporting there sometimes when he sleeps, so let's find a book. First off, Ray finds a funky book talking about the world having to put itself back together. I wonder what that's about. But hey, this other book worked, and the portal's rerouted. Then, Fable pulls Sherbert into a dream to let them know the next instruction for the portal, and basically, we need a god soul to light it. Luckily, we happen to have the soul of a god that we don't like very much in Ray. So all we gotta do is kill her. In Ray's body. Yeah, there's a pretty good chance this doesn't go too well. Let's just find the mirror. Then Ven finally breaks his deal and stands up to Perix, finding that his house was absolutely covered in skulk.
But why? Why ruin a good thing? But this isn't a good thing. You're not a good thing.
I'm doing what you asked for. This is what's good for you. I'm good for you, Endirian.
So, he runs to Seaside. Ray goes looking for the mirror again and doesn't find it at Ven's house, but has some feelings saying that it's at the Aether Portal. So, everyone meets together at Town Hall to go and fight the Warden and kill Perix. And we did it! And Ray came out okay! Now let's just throw this soul in the portal. Okay, so that's not exactly what we expected, but Haley's back and panicking.
What just happened?
You guys, listen, please. You don't have much time. This world, it's about to collapse. This wasn't supposed to happen. You guys have to go and run. Get what you can.
What?
You only have a few minutes. What?
So, everyone runs to grab what they can and goes to meet Ray at Town Hall, where hopefully he can create a bubble to protect everyone from forgetting. But not everyone makes it. Oshi tries to run to Seaside to save Jerry, Will tries to go and find Illyrion, and Mambu chooses to stay outside. But
Only a couple moments left, guys.
No. Oshi's still not here. Oshi and Mama aren't here.
Oshi's not here.
Will's not back.
Here.
3.
No! Kaylee!
And that's season 2 of Fable SMP. There's obviously a lot more details about what happened that I wasn't able to include in this, but I did as much as I could. If you're interested in watching back any of this or learning more about specific events, all of the VODs are up on YouTube. You can also go check out the official Fable SMP wiki, which we've been trying to get more and more information on, which I'll link in the description below, as well as all of the lore playlists. But yeah, we stream all of the lore live on Twitch, so go check us all out over there if you want to try and catch stuff live. And this video is obviously pretty late to season 3, which started now at this point over a month ago, but hey, we still got here, and all of season 3's VODs so far are up on YouTube as well. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing. I upload a bunch of cosplay content here, as well as vlogs and videos like this, so maybe go check those out if you feel so inclined. But for now, I'll see you guys next time.